Hi, I'm Tim Groth. We thought it might be of some interest to people to see what happens backstage and what is involved with getting ready for a performance. We're going to head on up to the dressing room area. This is where our actors get dressed and ready for their performance. Obviously, one is for the ladies and the other is for the guys. You'll see that we have some blue tinted light in here. That's to kind of keep the light from spilling over into the audience. We don't have any ceilings on our dressing rooms, so we use the blue light to kind of keep it down and allow the performers to come up and not in total darkness and be able to change costumes if need be. We built these in somewhere a little after the year 2000 and continually added a little bit here and there for actors' comfort and so forth in case they have to wait some. The other side that we have is for the men. And in the back here, a lot of people aren't aware of it, but before the pandemic, this was our shoe closet. And we kept shoes and hats and so forth back here. And of course, we lost most of that during our remediation. We're going to head on up to costumes and show you what we have up there. Our costume area was quite extensive before we lost most of those in our problem that we had early in 2019. We're down to just a few costumes. We have a few here and a couple in the armoire here. And obviously there's some over next door that we didn't have in the building at the time of the problem that we had with water. This whole area was filled with costumes. We estimate that we lost somewhere between 3,500 and 4,000 costumes. I suppose this is a good time to mention that if you think you have some specialized type costumes, 60s, 70s type thing, and you want to, we will gladly accept any type of donation. And obviously we go through the costumes. If we can't possibly use it, we will donate it to Goodwill and move the costumes along. But if you would like to call one of our board members, I'm sure they would be more than happy to meet you here and accept your donation of used clothing. Right now what we're doing is we've cut this down to size. Well, obviously the one area where you see all the hangers will be intended for use of costumes. We also put our small props up here, making it easier for directors to go through, look for different pieces of furniture that they might need for the set and be able to pick it up without having to run to the barn or the garage or even next door. So this used to be for the sewing area where we would repair and amend costumes that needed. In 2019, we started adding, we needed an extra dressing room. Some of the musicals have quite a few people that come into them. Maybe you might have 40 actors in the show. So we started adding this dressing room in, and obviously you can tell we didn't quite get it finished. Still needs painted, drywall, the spackling and so forth needs to be sanded off and that, but we have used it during a show here most recently, and it serves an additional purpose of a dressing room for us. I think what we'll do now is we'll just move on down to the lower out area where the kitchen is and makeup in the green room. This starts our actual backstage area. Recently, we added a bathroom, a half bath for the actors, so that they didn't have to go out into the area where the audience might be seated to use the restroom. So they have their own restroom right here. Moving along, we come down, and go right into makeup. We put this in also in shortly after, about 2002, I believe. We added the makeup room. One of our actresses took ill, and we lost her, I believe, in 2002. So the makeup room is actually in memory of BJ, and there was a donation that her family gave us after she passed, and we're most pleased with it. It serves our purpose for the actors to get ready for a show, putting on their makeup. And that one of our little hidden areas here are our wigs. We have an extensive collection of wigs. So, I mean, they come in handy. Side room here is for paint. We have for painting, getting our painting, our paints ready, our brushes and so forth. And we have some storage back here off the makeup also that holds our paint. Now all this was built in by board members and staff. We try to do as much work as we possibly can with trying to save costs. I believe the cost of the makeup room and the green room, it came to a little over $6,000 or $7,000 putting it in, and we saved the costs on the labor. The last place that the actor has is the green room, and they sit here waiting for their call, waiting for a cue to go on stage. We did add heating and cooling back here. This is actually a kind of a closed-in area, and our actors always said it was either too cold or too warm down here, depending on the season. So we did add a new heating system. It's a ductless system, but we have heating and air. We have one in makeup, one in the green room, and one in this hallway area for the actors for their comfort. Now, from here, we move right to the backstage area. Now, this having been an old movie theater, you can obviously see that there's not a whole lot of wing space for us. The stage itself, when Rowan comes up, he'll be able to show you the entrance to the stage. The stage itself is 42 feet wide. With the draperies in, if you moved them out 6 feet on each side, you cut that stage width down to 30 feet, which is still a good sized stage. The depth of the stage The depth of the stage from the back wall to the curtain, the main curtain line, is 14 feet. The black drape in the back stands out about 1 foot from the back wall, so you've got 13 feet of space here if you use the black wall. Otherwise, there is a cyclorama, which is a white curtain that drops down, and we can light that in various colors and so forth. From the main curtain to the center of the stage, about in here to the point, we have another 14 feet of space. So making it a depth of about 26 feet. But obviously, from both wing sides, we have very little wing space. So if you have a lot of set pieces and so forth, it does become a problem. Depending on your set, the actor, if there's space behind, they can cross over from inside. Otherwise, they have to go through the double doors in the back to the alley, cross over, and come in from the other side of the stage if the director wants them to enter from the left side of the stage. For those of you who are listening to this, you may say, well, no, he's talking about is right. Actually, from an actor's point of view, your house right is our stage left, and your left is our stage right. So that's why I said they would have to come in from the left side. So still, we end up having some work that we have to do, and it takes the director and the stage crew. They have to figure all this out to make sure that they have plenty of space. If not, where are these pieces going to move to, so that we're not blocking, because this side of the stage is still an exit for individuals in case of an emergency and we need to get people out of the stage area. For the purposes of the stage itself, the lighting has changed drastically in the last 10 years or so. The larger instruments that you see here and the ones out front are older instruments. They have halogen bulbs in them, and the bulb itself may cost $35 or $40 to replace, and when they burn out, that can become quite expensive. Most recently, we had a donation, and we were able to purchase new instruments that are called arena par zooms. They can go from a 10-degree spot to a 60-degree spot, and instead of having to put a gel in, where we have to cut the gel, put it in frame, put it in the instrument, with the LED, we can change. If you can imagine a color, you can create it on the arena par zoom. They make a nice wash for the stage, and like I said, they make multiple colors for lighting purposes, and it's made it a lot easier. They also run on 110. From the area where we entered from, there were dimmer packs on the wall, if you notice them, and when those lights come on through our lighting system, they have quite a hum to them. With the LED lights that we've just put in, we put in about a year or so ago, we don't have that problem because, like I said, it's all run on 110. So this is basically our backstage and stage area that we work with. I hope that you found this of some interest. If you have any questions regarding this, please call one of the board members. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. And if you wanted to come up for a special type tour, I'm sure that any of our board members would be more than happy to address that. At this time, I want to thank you for watching this video. We appreciate your support, and if you've donated, thank you very much.